2014 is a year where a lot of media released, like every other year. It has them to The Winter Soldier, the Lego Movie, Shake It Off. But today, I'll be talking about my personal favorite media that released this year, and honestly, my personal favorite media of all time, probably. Yes, that's right. It is Lego related. No, it isn't the Lego Movie because I already mentioned it. It is Ninjago. I'm kidding. My personal favorite thing to release this year, the year being 2014, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, and by me if you know me, is Lego Mixels. I turned off the depth lights because I thought they might have been a bit too distracting or bad on the eyes. So yeah, this video won't necessarily be me going over what the theme is, but more so my history with it and why I love it so much and just stuff like that. So yeah, before we get into all that, I thought I'd introduce you guys to all the ones I have in order of release or series. Up first, we got Scorpy from Series 3. Despite being like the earliest Mixel, technically I have in terms of like release in series, he's actually my most recent. I got them either last year or the year before, and I made a short video on here building him fast like a speed build. So yeah, Scorpy is pretty cool. Overrated, yeah, a bit, but still awesome. And they're definitely better than that fraud, phony, fake Marvel Scorpion. Next up, also Series 3, Magneto. Unlike Scorpy, I didn't buy him, I just made him out of pieces I have at home, which is a recurring theme for a few of them. So yeah, unfortunately his Mixel ball joint is broken, so I definitely gotta buy some new ones on whatever site that site is called, Pick a Brick, yeah. Magneto in the show is actually pretty cool. Don't got too much to say about him. Yeah, Magneto. Next up, Series 4 Flameser. And like Magneto, I didn't buy him. But unlike Magneto, I was very, very close to buying him. But the story around Flameser, for me, the set is kind of interesting and absolutely could have changed the course of, well, everything for me. But yeah, long story short, I could have gotten him, but I didn't. I made him out of the pieces I have, and yeah, Flameser is actually one of my favorite characters from the show. I love him. He's voiced by the guy who plays Squidward, Roger Bumpass, which is very cool. Next up, we got the absolute star. My go. Round of applause, please. Round of applause. Tungsten. My first ever mix. I love him, as you can probably tell by the picture and part of my name, which is part Tungster, and my ad on Twitter. And yeah, I love him very much. Series 5 Tungster. Super cool. Also very like posable. Arms, mouth, wings, legs, tongue. He is very cool and super goofy. That is my goat right here. Next up, Series 6 Wuzzo. I love Wuzzo. I mean, he has a chainsaw for a head. Chainsaw Man, this is my Chainsaw Man. Like, design-wise, he's awesome, and he actually came with the main villain, King Mixel, as a side build, because, like, Mixels come in series and waves, 9 Mixels per series, and 3 tribes, 3 Mixels. So there's like 3 elixirs, 3 Weldos, and 1 person per tribe gets a Mixel side build, and he came with King Mixel. Unfortunately, I don't have King Mixel on me right now, but yeah, that Mixel just extra cool. What's up? Also, another thing about him is that he's technically the one to reveal Mixopolis in the show, which is a huge thing, which makes Wizzo extra cool.
What are we going to do? Beep, 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 beep. All right, move along. You can't stay here. This area is slated for construction. What are you all doing here anyway?
We were searching for the long-lost Mix-a-majig, but it was all just a hoax.
You fell for that, old Jan? Who needs a Mix-a-majig when you got Mixopolis?
Mixopolis?
Coming through!
Now that's amazing!
Series 7 Camelot. Another one of my absolute favorites from the show. He's just a nice, cool guy, and I love his episode. I love all of the season 2 episodes. Though I say I love his episode's probably the worst of season 2, but I mean, the worst of peak is still peak, so yeah. I love his little flag on the top of his X arm. He's just really cool. Camelot is my goat also. Also from Series 7 Tickets. Cops suck, but he has a pretty cool design. Part motorcycle, which is really, really awesome. Yeah, Tickets. Give it up for Tickets, everybody. Everybody, give it up for you, Tickets. Next up, Sergio. Another one I didn't actually buy. I just made him out of the pieces I have. And Sergio is one of my favorites also. I say one of my favorites as if I don't love like literally all of them except for like one. But yeah, Sergio is pretty cool. Part of the Medics tribe, Series 8, if I didn't say, he can store stuff in his stomach, which is cool. The needle arm is also very cool. You can also flip his head, make him a sinister crazy doctor, which is also very cool. He's very cool. Like, ignore the eye popping off. There we go. Yeah. Sergio. Also from Series 8 and also built from the pieces I have, Sharks. Unfortunately, I have no idea where his eyes went. That's a bummer, but yeah. Sharks is very cool. I love his design. I love the whole pirates tribe. They're very cool. I like pirates. I like pirates because I do pirates. Anyway, Sharks, very cool. Yarg. And finally, Gobble from Series 9. I really like Gobble because I just think he looks cool, and I remember specifically getting him, Tungster, well, kinda, and yeah, I remember specifically getting him and Tungster. When I got Gobble, I got him right before getting Subway, and when I ate my Subway, I opened them up, so it's kind of like a Happy Meal toy, which was cool. Yeah, Gobble. Now you might be thinking, you said all done, but I didn't cover this guy. Well, this guy is an OC I made called Chef Ulamix. He is a Gordon Ramsay enthusiast, kind of stereotypical chef, you know, rude, very critical. Yeah, I made him a long while ago. He's changed a bit. He didn't originally have this piece right here that was added on later as a mustache, because I made him get older. Yeah, Chef Ulamix. Spoon hand, spatula hand, top grade A chef. And that's all of the Mixels I have. But Mixels are just part of the show. We also have the bad guys, the Nixels. Ninja Nixel, Stereotypical Nixel, and Christmas Nixel. These are the only ones I have built at the moment. And the Nixel builds are pretty cool. Ninja Nixel comes with Kobrax, who I don't have built right now. Stereotypical Nixel This specific build doesn't come in a set. I just made him look like this. This face, I don't know where it came from off the top of my head. I think maybe Paladin, who is part of Camelot's tribe, Series 7, the medievals, I think. And Christmas Nixel, also an OC, his face comes from Busto. I love Christmas Nixel, if you couldn't tell, because, you know, he's a character in a stop motion series I'm making. So, yeah, he's rad. Okay, now that I'm done yapping about all the sets I have with these guys, I guess I'll tell you how I got into the theme. So, in 2014, I was in school, obviously, because education, but my brother wasn't. He and my mom had went to Walmart, and my brother had gotten the Volk set, Series 1. When I came back from school, I saw that, and I was like, oh my god, what the heck is that? That is cool. Because back then, I didn't really have that many toys. I had a Minions plush, a Bumblebee figure, and some Happy Meal toys, but that was about it. So seeing that, I was like, that thing is rad. But I didn't want to take it from him because that was his set. Luckily for me though, remember how I mentioned earlier that some Mixels come with Nixels? Folk was the infinite of the tribe that come with the Nixels. So he let me play with that. And I played with it for hours. Only hours though, not days, not weeks, unfortunately. I had him on my bike, and I was just driving around in circles with him on my handle, just looking at him, because I thought he was cool. And he fell off, and I lost him in the grass, and yeah, that was the end of him. I literally never saw him ever again. So that was my introduction. I didn't buy any from Series 1, 2, or 3, you know, until recently, but at the time I didn't get any of them. Until we were planning to move. Around that time, we went to Walmart, and I asked for a Mixel because I saw them on the shelf, and I had to make a choice between one. Either Tungster or Flamester. This Mixer would have been my first ever. And I think we know which one I picked. Flamester. Yes. Kidding. I picked Tungster. And that's kind of why he's my favorite. He was my first ever one for myself. And he's part of a theme that I love very much. So I have extraordinary attachment to him. He was also one of my only toys. It was him. I'll go get the Minions thing. Yeah, it was him. This Minions plush. And a Lego Spider-Man figure I got from, I want to say, actually, I'm getting the timeline kind of wrong here. It was Tungster, the Minion, and a Peter Parker custom I made out of a Superman head and a Lego skeleton body I got from a Lego Movie 1 set. It was specifically this one. I don't remember the name of it, but this is my second set ever. My first was Spider Trike, and Tungster I'm pretty sure was my third. So, yeah. It was Tungster, Kevin, and that. That's the main thing I had. Plus that Bumblebee thing, I'll show it to you. Plus that. Actually, I think I probably got him later on, so just forget about him. Yeah, actually, I think I might have gotten him later on. I'm sorry, I'm getting like the timeline mixed up because I have kind of stinky poopy memory, and this video isn't really scripted or structured well, so I apologize for that. Anyways, back to the story. Yeah, it was just those three, and I recorded a bunch of videos with them. Unfortunately, I don't think I have them anymore. If I do, I will be playing them right now. But if I don't, just trust me, it was a very, very, very long ride between two states that are very far apart. I'm not gonna say which state because I don't want to say where I live or where I've lived, but it was very far apart, and I just had those three, and it was a pretty horrible time overall. But I had some company, so that's cool. And he was pretty much, meaning Tungster, my only Mixel for a pretty long time. All I know is that I had him and I lost him because this was during a time I couldn't keep up with Lego for the life of me, which will make much more sense as we get later into this. So yeah, I was over at my aunt's house one day and we were playing around in the playground, and I had Tungster with me, and he broke, he fell apart. I lost some of his pieces, but he was still hanging on. He was still just dangling for life. But eventually, over time, he just corroded because that's what happened to most of my old sets. And yeah, I had to rebuy him, and I rebought him in 2020, I think. I'm not that sure. Yeah, and I've had this specific one for ever since then. And speaking of like losing stuff, the Minion, that's my third one. I lost my first one out of Walmart, and my second one out of no, I'll say first one out of Dollar Tree and my second one out of Walmart. So yeah, I've also bought him around 2019. So yeah. Anyways, let's get into when I got these guys. For Scorpy, as I mentioned, I bought him recently as of this video right here, the stop motion rapid speed build one. So yeah, pretty straight, simple, straight to the point, cool. As for the rest of them, this is very disappointing to me. Very disappointing. We once we got settled in and I was more into Mixels and Lego, and we got more like finances, I bought more Mixels. I actually got the entirety of series. Let me think. How much? Hold on, just give me a second. Okay, we got all of series 5, 6, 7, and 9. Like every single one, all of them. And as I mentioned, this was during a time I unfortunately couldn't keep up with Lego. So what is that? 9 times 5. Yeah, clearly they didn't stick. And that is so unfortunate because these guys go for so much on the aftermarket. It actually makes me mad why you're charging so much money for a $5 plastic toy.
I know it's real.
Just give it to me. You don't want them. I need them. You don't want them because you're selling them. So please, I'm begging, please hand them over. But yeah, I got them in order. I got series 5 and 6 and 7, 8. Not 8 and 9. I got series 5 and 6 from Home Goods, which was really cool. And I envy Home Goods. I stand Home Goods because of that. Home Goods used to sell them like right next to the checkout place, and that was very awesome. That's where I got what's his name, Forks and Waka Waka and Burp, which is my PFP at the moment.
Hors d'oeuvres, finger food, munchies, canapes, a canopy.
So yeah, I don't have them at the moment because, as I mentioned, I just can't keep up. And I got series 7 and 9 from the official Lego store, which is pretty cool. No, I got series 7 from the Lego store. I mean series 8 from the Lego store. I'm sorry. I can't speak. When I say Lego store, I mean online. I got series 9 from Walmart. When I got Subway, because him. So yeah, that's how I came across all these guys. How about we talk about the show? Season 1, okay, and I want you to know that when I talk about this show, I am being genuine. I am not capping or trolling or anything like that. When I talk about this show, I'm not talking about like in a bubble compared to other Lego shows or goofy cartoons. I'm talking about compared to media I've seen like The Dark Knight, Wolf Walkers, stuff like that. Season 1 It's alright. It's really just a bunch of shorts. They're fine, they're decent, they're goofy. It's alright. Season 2, it's top tier media. I'm being genuine when I say season 2 is some of the best content I've seen ever. I'm not gonna argue about it objectively because I just don't get that dog to do that, but yeah. Here's the review I wrote for Mixels Madness on Letterboxd because that's like the only one on there. As you can tell, I can say a lot about this. Mixels Madness is amazing. Quest for the Long Lost Mixamajig infuriates me, but in a kind of good way. See, Quest for the Long Lost Mixamajig is actually my favorite episode, my favorite piece of content from the series. But that's the problem. It's an episode. It's one singular episode. The story, the plot, that was so awesome and genius. That should have been a season. If you don't know, it's basically King Mixel. This is like his first major appearance. Comes up with a plan to send multiple keys to multiple Mixels to get them on a quest, thinking that they're the chosen one, that they're special, to lure them all into one place where they could be easily exterminated. This should have been a season. I feel like we should have seen each Mixel that was chosen to be the chosen one on their adventure. We only saw Snuff, and his Rasicons, the Clinkers, Munchos, Glorp Elixirs. We only saw them. I want to see Globert. I want to see Tesla. I want to see Zaptor, their adventures. It should have been an entire season, but it's just an episode. So that's unfortunate. It's still peak though. That's still genuinely amazing concept and an amazing episode. And it ends with introducing Mixopolis, which was just I don't know, peak. It's just peak. Episode 3, Every Night Has Its Day. The Camelot episode is probably the worst of season 2, but as I mentioned earlier, they're all peak and bangers, so the worst, I mean, that's not really a bad thing. And episode 4, Nixel Go Away, the finale. Yeah, unfortunately season 2 only has like 4 22-minute episode specials, whatever you want to call them. This one I think is also pretty banger. I love the themes and the story and the message. Like how I love King Nixel's plan too. Like King Nixel comes up with some banger plans. Uses the Mixels need to get the new hip techno fab, whatever you want to call it. Basically tricking them into buying a product that's solely just the new thing. It's called the iQubits, which, I mean, if you're not getting a correlation, it's called the iPhone. It's just a very smartly written episode, and I think it's pretty cool. When it comes to these last 2 episodes, Every Night Has Its Day and Nixel to Go Away, I think fans of the series don't really like them as much as the first 2, which I don't understand, but I mean, I kind of understand the finale because, well, for starters, the main character is Booger, which is a Mixel that doesn't technically exist. I mean, when I say that, he doesn't have a Lego set. Usually they focus on characters with sets, like Mixels Madness. It was all of Series 4. The Every Night Cyclokis and the Orbitons. Quest for the Long Lost Mixamajig was Series 5 and 6, solely on them. Every Night Has Its Day kind of fell off with that. It mainly focused on Camelot, Mixodel, Jamzy, and Booger. Which once again, Booger isn't an actual viable Mixel. And, well, there's 9 Mixels, and I only mentioned 3. And, yeah, Tapsy, Trumpsy, who are other guys? No, but yeah, it's actually kind of mainly Tapsy and Trumpsy. They don't appear, like, at all. Trumpsy appears for, like, 1 second, and Tapsy isn't in it at all. And the MCPD, the tribe that it gets is from, and Cuffs and Busto, they appear for, like, 1 scene, and I mean, it's a good scene. It's a pretty good representation of the usefulness of their kind.
Okay, let's go find the monsters.
Looks like we'll need more firepower. Here's a cubit.
Look!
Click on it.
But yeah, they didn't really focus on the ones that you can buy that much. And then there was like not every night, Mixels to Go Away, which there was the ninjas where they were kind of prominent, and then the losers were, I guess, there, and the trashos, Gobble, Sweeps, and Compacts. Sweeps and Compacts literally appeared for 1 second at the end with Gobble, but Gobble appeared at least for 10 extra seconds towards the middle-ish, so I mean, like, yeah, they didn't appear, so the focus on the characters that you can actually buy was pretty bad in that episode. But I mean, the actual content was pretty wicked. Aspect of this franchise series, whatever you want to call it, that I feel is kind of underrated is the music. More specifically from season 2, because that's my bread and butter. But yeah, I love the music from this show so much. I've used it in my videos. Every single one of my recent outros uses some type of music from the show. My favorite pieces of music from the show is I'm trying to think of the actual name. Crater Tots from episode 1 from season 2. Give Me a Sign from episode 2. Egg Chase also from episode 2. Episode 3 I think has probably the best music. There's Mert Ball. There's my personal favorite personal official track that appeared in the episode, Mixels Zoo Bus. They all rock, but the outro for Every Night Has Its Day is especially fantastic. Episode 4 probably has the second best music. There's the Ninjas theme. There's King Mixels theme. There's the thing that plays during the final fight. I think it's called Mix It Up. bangers here. So, okay, it's banger for the absolute most part. There's one soundtrack that is just it's pitiful, and unfortunately, it's the Mixels theme. The Mixels had a fantastic theme for season one, but for season two, I don't know what my guy was doing. His name is. Just give me a second. I can remember it. I'm not gonna go look it up until like I feel like I can't remember it. It's Kieran Kiera Geller, something like that. I'm gonna check. Yeah, it's Kiara Geller. I don't know what Bro was doing. He completely fumbled that theme. I'm probably gonna like insert the things I'm talking about like after I talk about them when editing. But here's the season one Nixo soundtrack. And here's season two. It's white noise. I don't know what he was doing there. It's it's really bad. But everything else he could do was 10 out of 10 bangers. Yeah, I love the music for this show. I could talk about other things, I guess. The games. I didn't play what's it called? Mixels Rush. But calling on Mixels though, I played and nearly completed that. I got every Mixel except for I wanna say Magnifo, which unfortunate, but yeah, it is what it is. That game is peak mobile gaming. I watched like a short of it recently, and I was like, man, wow, I forgot how good this game was. I'm hoping to replay it soon, like either emulated or pirated or pirated. Oh yeah, like something like that soon. There's also a bunch of like web games. There was Mix Your Neighbor, which I don't know what that was exactly. I'm thinking of two games. Either a game where you like have to guess. Nah, okay. Mix Your Neighbor was like it was like Candy Crush, but superior in every way because it was with Mixels. Instead of swiping candy, getting the like level clear thing with similar piece of candy, you do it with mixers of the same tribe, which was awesome. There was also Guess the Mix where you had to guess the two mixers in the mix. There was also this website where you can click two random mixers from series 1 to 3 and mix them. If they couldn't mix, the screen would just explode with a fart cloud saying "merp." And there was also another game. It was a game with like the actual Lego sets where you mix them and you stop on Nixels. I remember playing most of these games. They were pretty cool. Okay, this is a cool topic I just thought about. Mixels content. I used to watch and make a bunch of Mixels content back in the day, and I still kind of do watch and make a bunch of Mixels content now, but it was kind of different. Back then, I used to watch stuff like Total Drama Mixels, Mixel Island, and it was like, as the name implied, Total Drama Island, but with Mixels. There was this channel called Straight Up Awesome. He used to do it, and I loved it. There was also this channel called Penton Lights. He used to make these kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like Forest Fire, but for Mixels, basically. It was like that kind of content. And if you don't know who Forest Fire is, I recommend if you're older, to say the least, to watch his videos. Um, like he makes stop motions, Batman, Spider-Man, stuff like that. And yeah, Penta YT was kind of like that for Mixels, and those videos were a banger. Um, a series I especially love, and I've been thinking about recently was Mixel's silliness skit. It was by this YouTuber Shark something. Actually, I'm gonna go look it up right now. Yeah, Super Shark. I'll put their specific channel on screen right now. But I used to watch these so much. I haven't watched one in like a while because I just haven't. But there was one specific bit. I'm going to search through all of their videos to find this bit. But there's one with Dribble and Gurgle, and it's of the audio with Mario and Luigi, where they're like, "It's a stone, Luigi. You didn't make it." I remember that. I love that. I'll play it if I can find it. I will find it. That's bigger content right there.
Who's got a
Stop! It's a football! I chiseled it!
YouTube poop what? Mixels Stillion skit. That's my YouTube poop. As for the content I used to make, it's on a older channel. It's technically my main one. This is channel I'm using here is my second email. But yeah, I used to make a bunch of Mixel videos. I actually used to make them with my brother, and we had 3 series. It was just regular Mixels, which was such a bunch of random, like what's called episodic episodes.
Analyzing. It landed in its alien base, and it's analyzing us and trying to figure out what I am. Oh no.
Oh no!
It's obvious you're a guitar. You're a castle. You're a bat. But what? What am I? A fool. Guys, there's only one way we can save the Earth. There's only one way we can save the planet, the galaxy,
I know.
the universe.
I know.
What?
Feed them how lonely sounds. Oh my god, there's a fly!
No.
And that was the main series, and then there was another series which is basically Total Drama Island, like Total Drama.
Later, alligator. You gotta be joking. You got to be joking. Whose side is Doctor Not Strange on? You know what? He's Doctor Strange because he's so strange. And moronic. And idiotic. And no brainotic.
Right? Sure. But how am I supposed to turn into pumpkin pie? You wanna know why? What? Yeah, pumpkin pie. Ooh, yummy. Can't wait to taste it. Don't eat it yet. Oh, down with the fruit salad. Yeah, fruit salad. Alright, good. Everybody's good. So far, me and Squad's made pencils. I forgot what it's a sausage, dude. Oh yeah, sausage. There's a fly. So,
Uh-oh. Flames Red Chef Ulala Mix is coming. Don't tell them I was yelling. Okay. We're here. What's the problem? Nothing. Tell me or no cheesecake for you. Buzzno was yelling at everybody.
even me.
People with other things but stuff. Really? I am ashamed.
Which was a series where 3 different tribes fought it out, and only one Mixel remained. Whoever won the island.
Hey, Infinite, what you doing here?
Nothing.
So why are you here for? Don't you got a team or something?
They're all gone.
What?
They're eliminated.
Oh, Flame and Flames are at the same time?
Yep.
Poor quad losers. Huh. Luckily for us, you want to be on our medics team?
Sure.
The informatics. Sounds great. If only Sergio was here. But it's okay. We got this whole entire grill area to ourselves. I mean, can you believe we got the whole entire grill area to ourselves? We number 1.
And yeah, those are bangers. I like them. I'm probably gonna play clips of them if I don't find it too embarrassing. So yeah. And as for the Mixels content I make now, it's mostly edits. You can see by my YouTube channel. So yeah, unless I think of something to add on later, I feel like that's kind of it. I've been with this theme since the start, and I've been with it till the end of the theme, and I am still with it despite it being, I don't want to say dead, but discontinued, because there are still fans. Trust me, it's not just me. I'm not the only one out there. Trust me, please. there are still some people talking about it. Like Cartoon Base will post a tweet about I was turning 10, and I'll see like 12 people be like, "Oh my god, but Mixels, that was my childhood," and that's cool. I don't think I'll grow out of this theme. I'm like turning 20 this year, and it's still unironically one of my life goals to buy like every single Mixel. I want to save up for one of those eBay listings where like they just have all of them and it's about $1,000. It should be like 450 because I'm pretty sure that's what it would actually cost. But money is money. Money buys you happiness. Don't let people tell you otherwise. I'll get money. I'll buy all the Mixels and I will be happy. It's my life goal. Well, one of them. Another one is to buy Cyberpunk. Yeah, not really crazy, big, ambitious life goals. I'm kind of lame. But yeah, this theme means a ton to me, and I will continue to support it. I will continue to talk about it, make tweets about it, make art about it, which I've been recently making art about it. Here's some of the things I've drawn. I will try to get people into it, and I will just sit here and wait. I will sit and wait until Lego decides, until Lego wakes up and realizes that they're wasting money. That a Mixels reboot, more specifically a stop motion one, would make bank. There's just they have the IP, they just have it there. They're not doing anything with it. I don't even think they'll do anything for their 10-year anniversary, which is unfortunate. So I have to do something about it, which is this. I'm recording this on the 1st, but it's not gonna come out till the 12th. So yeah, I'm gonna just keep supporting and talking about it. And my copium was allowed me to believe that Lego will someday at least put a qubit in a Ninjago City universe set someday. So yeah, that's why I love Mixels. And once again, Lego, I'm begging. I'm on my hands and knees begging, please. I need you guys to give me something. I come on, just I want one short, and I'll be satisfied. I mean, come on, you gave Bionicle fans that Tahoe, I don't know what his name. That you gave him that set, that gift of purchase. Can you just please make a flame statue gift of purchase or something like that? Please, just something. I just. I